Hi, happy weekend. Thank you for joining. How is your weekend? Thank you. Happy weekend, blessing. Happy weekend, Wayne. Thank you for joining, guys. I'm so glad to have you here. Happy weekend, Fabumi. How are you doing? Thank you. I've got to look the part for my amazing guest, right? Gotta look the part for you guys. We Castro. Now that's one of my OGs. Nice to have you here, Castro. Thank you for joining. It's my OG from Agoiwuyi. Thank you for joining, J Bars. Happy weekend. Thank you, Fabumi. Yes, you don't have a choice, but we've got to look good, right? We've got to look good. I'm so glad to have you all here. Don't mind my background. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, and she insisted that I leave that there. So my followers know that she celebrated her birthday yesterday. I'm waving at everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your beautiful energy. Tammy, look at my baby. that's my baby. My Aburo. You guys should go and follow her. She has an amazing cocktail brand, Zon Juice. Tammy is a wonderful mom and wife. So, hi, Samson. Yeah, my weekend is not bad. It's going well. It's going splendid. I mean, as you can see, and I'm in a very happy mood because yesterday was my daughter's birthday. And, the joy of every mother is to watch their kids grow and celebrate with them every time. So, waiting for my guest, Jodie, to join us on the show today. I am sorry I cannot accept the request from folks to join. It's my guest. Okay, yes, we have Jodie. Jodie, I'm gonna send you a request to join the show. Yes, please, you can request to join the show, Jodie, from your hand, if you can, please. All this amazing people requesting. I'm sorry. I just sent you an invitation.
Oh,
You gotta turn your camera. We're seeing your beautiful
yeah,
apartment.
sorry about that. Good evening.
Good evening. Oh my God. Look at the queen. The beautiful queen. Beautiful, beautiful. You look amazing. Thank you so much.
Nothing.
It's positive vibes from my hand to you. Like, you
Thank you.
you
Thank you. Thank you so
extreme a
much.
lot of energy. I want you to know that there's so many people here tonight who came because they want you to be fine. And when I shared your story on my Facebook page and it went viral, it made me realize one thing. People want us to speak up. Nobody knows your problem till you speak up. The idea that when I speak, what are they going to say is a facade. And it keeps people in the dark for too long. So thank you for being brave. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for sharing your truth. I mean, I got to say that before we go into the show, because to me, that is a very brave thing you did. Not many people can pick themselves up like that and come out to say, yo, I don't care what you guys think about me. This is my situation. I've got to speak up, and on your behalf, I have to throw shade to somebody. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So this is Jodie. You can see she looks the part, right? This is what a star looks like. I don't know if you watched West African Idols that year. I did. And I'm going to tell you, still one of
Oh,
the best edition till date.
hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
The line, okay, I can hear you now.
yeah, don't mind the network. The network tries to mess up. We'll send it back with the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
So Jodie is a musician. She is a songstress. She's also an amazing advocate for mothers and kids with special needs. Something that is very dear to our heart due to our own personal experience. Okay, the network is trying to. You guys don't mind though. Stay with us. Stay with us. This network, we are going to have this session today. We're going to have this interview today. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Don't mind the network. I'm hoping that Jodie is going to join the show back. Sorry about that. The network, as usual, we have no control over it. Some of the things in life that we cannot control, network, for example. But the show has to go on. Waiting for her to join back. Precious, I see you. How are you? One of my IG sisters that inspire me from a distance. I love your work and everything you do. So thank you for joining. Hoping that Jodie will join us again. Let's hope her network. If you can hear me, please, can you say hi? Just want to know if the issue is not from my head. So we can adjust. Thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you. I cannot add folks to the show, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for my guests to join back in. The network did abracadabra on us. Hi.
Hello, I just changed network.
Oh, so sorry about that. I know network can be very creepy sometimes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I mean, your face is a bit blurry. The other network did justice to your face, but this one is...
This is a different phone. Hold on, please.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. We are with you. Take your time.
Is it better?
It's not. It's not.
Not so. Okay, let me try again.
You know what? Take your time. We're here for you tonight.
All right.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. Our guests will be back shortly. Thank you for your beautiful, beautiful energy. Jodie is going to join us back very shortly. Thank you for joining. And for those who are just joining, I want to say that Women of Ruby is my organization, and Ruby's Inc. initiative. You might want to follow us at Women of Rubies, at Women of Rubies. As well, Women of Rubies NG, we've got 10,000 Naira for two mothers, two special needs moms, two moms raising cerebral palsy children. Angels, like I love to call them. Tonight, we have data for 30 people to say thank you for taking up time from your busy schedule to join us. And we have a bed sheet set from someone else as well. So I appreciate you all for joining. My guests, the network. Hi, Wisdom. Thank you for joining. I think I need to start doing a special prayer on this network before we go live. Because what is this? Every time network will just try to frustrate my guests. Oh, thank you, Janelle Global Limited. Thank you so much for your beautiful energy, everybody. Thank you. So please share the link. Let other people join us. I'm sure there is a CP mom out there, who needs to hear Jodie's story to be inspired. And we just need to support them, right? They need our support. It's not easy raising kids alone. How much more special needs kids who need special care? So while I wait for Jodie, I want to advocate for them to say, please, always reach out to a special needs mom around you. Don't judge them. Don't stigmatize those kids. It's not their fault. So I think Jodie is back with us. Sent her an invitation. Hi, Jodie. She's not back. I don't know if there's a pastor here. Pray. Help us pray for this network because we need to get this show tonight. Help us pray. Sprinkle the blood of Jesus all over. I cannot accept requests from other people. Trying to add Jodie again. Okay. Waiting for her to join in. Jodie. Yes, so every spirit of bad network, we bind it in Jesus' name. They don't want our guests to come. Jodie, we're here for you. We're waiting. We're waiting for you. Tonight is for you. Tonight is for you. Wayne, Jodie. Yes. Waiting for Jodie to connect. This network, hear the voice of the living God, right? What God cannot do does not exist. Go back and reset. Our guest has been trying to connect with us and she's not able to connect because of the network. So, but in the meantime, let me get to touch base with my amazing audience. How are you guys this evening? How was your Saturday? How is your evening going? How is your family? Thank you for joining. Still waiting for our guests to join. Okay. I think it's the network. I'm going to wait for her. Okay, accept. Waiting for Jodie to come back live on the show because tonight is for her. Tonight is for Jodie. Tonight is for her, and it's such an honor to be hosting her today. Each time I get the opportunity to host, amazing music stars like that, not just music stars, anybody who has added value to the society, I feel blessed that we still have them in our midst, that they're still striving to be better at what they do. And I hope that's an inspiration for someone out there. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your vision. Keep pushing, right? Sometimes people won't believe in you. It's not them. They don't just understand. But you understand your goal. You understand your vision better than any other person. So push, apply pressure, believe in yourself. Just push yourself to the front burner. Do what you've got to do, right? To be seen and heard. Still waiting on our guests. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It's the network. So, yes, I just accepted your request. Hi, Jodie.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so
Please,
so
no apologies needed,
sorry.
Queen. No apologies at all. Believe me, it's the network.
Oh, finally. No, actually, I confess, wasn't net. I realized later I was low on data on this line. So I
Oh,
am sorry. I
it's
didn't realize.
it's
That's why
okay.
the other line. Yeah.
It's
All
okay.
right.
It's okay. So I'm just
Okay.
going to move to the first question. And I'm sure a lot of
Yep.
people want to know the song Coochie Coochie, one of my favorite songs of all time. What is the inspiration behind it?
All right. So I was a very young girl in the studio after West African Idols. I was doing a lot of songs in the studio then, just trying my hands on different. And I and the producer, we had done up to about 11 songs. And he was like, Jodie, you've not done any love song. Why not try something about love? And at the time, I'm a very romantic and emotional person. I had a breakup that some years back, but I never got out of it. So because of that, I couldn't express myself romantically. So when he told me to, Fatih is his music name, when he told me to write a song, he gave me the beats, the Zouk style. He said, go and write a love song to this. Love will fly because people love love. I took it, and for 1 month I couldn't write. Then eventually I said, okay, if I were a mom, what would I feel for a child? And that's how the song came about. And Kuchi Kuchi, the word, is a sound, a babble sound. If you watch cartoons in those days, and I'm like, oh, Kuchi Kuchi, baby, and all that. So it's just babbling, babbling sound representing baby language. And that's how the song came about.
Oh, great. I thought you were sampling maybe a song from India because, you know, they say all the Kuchi 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 thing.
No, it's later when I found out that there was something like that in India, but the Kuchi Kuchi, Kuchi 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 Ku, it's baby language. If you go
Wow.
online, and yes, it's known, it's been there before I used it.
That's great. And were you expecting the, you know, the massive reception you got when the song was released?
Certainly not. No, I actually, no, I actually didn't know. The truth is, I was just a young girl who wanted to express her, share her art with the world. And the way people grabbed it was shocking. I didn't even know that I was supposed to even come on with follow-ups and all that. So it was totally new to me. And but I'm grateful for the way it was received. It was a huge success. Yes.
And, you know, life after that, you know, aside from Kuchi Kuchi, was there any other song that performed as good as Kuchi Kuchi that we probably don't know about?
There were actually songs that sounded better, to be sincere, than Kuchi Kuchi. I did a full 12-track album in 2012 titled African Woman. And there are other songs, but Kuchi Kuchi was a commercial success. That doesn't mean that it was the best song on my album. There are some, yes. Even Two-Face used to talk about them, said he loves I Lost My Mind, and he had his favorites in the album. So Kuchi Kuchi was a commercial success, yes, but there were other strong songs like Akpona Igbunu. People love it. The people who know the song would say, well, they preferred this song to Kuchi Kuchi and all that. But Kuchi Kuchi, I give it to you, it was a commercial success, but not necessarily the most musically outstanding song I've ever done.
Well, that's good to know. Maybe at the end of this session, I'll go look for some of your songs out there so we can listen. Because a lot of us are stuck to Kuchi Kuchi, and I think it's the thing.
Yeah, under the album African Woman, you find other songs.
Is it on
Akpona
YouTube?
Igbunu, Under the Mango Tree. It's on YouTube. It's on iTunes. It's everywhere.
Yeah, okay, that's amazing. Yeah. And as an artist, do you have any regrets? Any regret at all?
Initially, I would say yes. Excuse me. Hello. Hold on. Okay, they've gone. The kids in the house. Okay. I told them to leave. All right. Initially, years back, I would say yes. I regret. I regret choosing my management team. The management team I chose. I regret this. I regret that. But many years forward now. From where I stand, I don't regret any of it because where I am right now, what I understand about life in general so far is I could never have gotten it if I chose the right management team and just excelled and everything just kept going. I don't know, I might have just been a lost girl somewhere. But I needed certain things to happen in my life. Although when they started happening, I felt like now my life is over. But
Mhm.
from where I stand, it's like life is just beginning to make meaning. When I sang Kuchi Kuchi, I didn't know why I was singing.
Mhm.
There was no purpose. It was just, okay, let me sing this thing so that people will like it so that we blew.
Mhm.
It's good on the surface, but
Mhm.
why? Why? So when people like it and you blow, then what? So then what? Life was empty. From where I stand now, life was empty. I had no goals. I had no dreams. I had no aspirations. It was just about blow, make people like my song, make I get money. Yes, it's good to have money, but you need to know why.
And did you make
You need
money?
to know why.
Did you
He
make money
said,
from? Did you make money from your
I
music
no,
then?
I would say not. I didn't. I didn't because I was naive. I was very naive then. I had like no purpose, no goal. So and wrong management team.
Wow. So you don't make money from
Yes.
any of the streaming platforms online right now?
Right now, I don't. I still don't. The distribution company that my previous management team signed is actually wrong. But I don't. I've been battling with taking care of my special needs kids. I couldn't even think of going to look. And you know how our justice system is. It might take forever or almost forever. I didn't have the energy or finances to pursue the case.
Mm.
So I had to just focus on living first. It's the best way they are alive. Now go free fight.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
had to focus on being alive, my
Mhm.
son
Mhm.
alive, than
Mhm.
pursuing people that I don't even know if I follow the case, if I will ever win.
Mm. So
It's not a loser's man. It's just the reality. The law, the justice system doesn't necessarily mean whoever wins is right.
yes, I
It's
totally.
just a deep rabbit hole. I wasn't just ready. I was just after my survival and my son's survival
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future I'd have the financial might or
Mm.
whatever to
Mhm.
pursue it because they have no right to till date take um it off my inspiration and all that.
I hear you. And this management, these people, are they still in business? Are they still in
I
business?
don't know.
Okay,
I
because
don't know.
I was going to say that, this is also an opportunity to speak your truth. If someone has, they've been ripping you off, because I mean, the other day, if you notice this week, I've been using your music when I post the flyer on Instagram. People get paid for that.
Yes.
People get paid because once the music is played for 15 seconds, you get, it's like running adverts on Google and all of that. So that's why I had to, do you make money? Because I know a lot of Nigerian artists who make money and all
Somebody
that.
is making money, but it's not me. Someone else is making money.
Wow, I think that at some point when the storm, is gone and you're a lot calm, this is something that you need to pursue. But I'd also say that just pursue it, in a strategic way. Zero social drama, but a lot of court and lawsuits. Let the
Yes.
lawsuits fly. Let someone get served, right? And if it has to come to social media, let it be because you've already made the right move. You've gone to the right people and then
Mm,
you're calling out folks to say, listen, this is my situation. I could have made XYZ amount
mm,
in the last few years. I need accountability, right? How much have you made over
mm.
the years, from my money? What is my percentage? And I'm saying this to you because, sometimes you go through a lot. And I understand you, I hear you. And I would say, you know what, I don't have time for this right now. So when you have the time, this is me giving you my word. And I'm sure every other person here shared it because there are people asking already, don't they have a name? Like they want you to call them out and, speak your truth, but we're not doing
It's a bit
controversy.
complicated, and that's why I've not been mentioning any names. It's
I
a
hear
bit
you.
sensational. That's
I
why I
understand.
keep them nameless.
And I have to say this, I feel that the women from your time, even those who are still standing today, a lot of them were stylishly ripped off because you guys didn't understand what you were signing. These people, they know what's up. They know we just,
Yes.
women just wanted to be popular. They want to be out there. Okay, give them the paper to sign. And then you sign, some people sign their whole contract. They sign their whole money to these people. You can't call them out because you put, now you sign now. Let me say your goal
No,
sign.
that my own is different from that too. My
Wow.
own is quite different. Not exactly what you are describing, but I choose to stay mute. It's deliberate because it's not just business anymore. It
Mhm.
involves things I'm not ready to talk about that could influence my personal life.
Mm, mm,
Not out of fear, but I
mhm.
just not ready for that right now. I'm
That,
not ready to talk about it because it wasn't just business.
I hear you.
It
It's okay.
affects personal life.
It's okay. So on that note, what would you consider the highlights at the downtime of your career?
Can you please hold on?
Yes,
Please, can you give me a minute?
yes,
I need you to go to the room now. Now. Close the door. Yes, please.
yes. So I said, as a musician, as an artist, what are your highlights? What are the highlights of your career so far? What do you consider
So
the highlights?
far,
Mhm.
the highlights for me so far was when I was on Idols. I still think that was an interesting phase of my life, even though it's like it happened in a rush. I was just new. I didn't even know what was happening, and it was this massive stage.
Mhm.
For the first time, I was out of the triangle of church, school, home, church, school,
Mm,
home. I was on Idol stage, so that was really wonderful. The highlight.
mhm,
Then, Kuchi Kuchi. A few times I traveled
mhm,
to African countries. The
mhm,
the reception I got,
mhm,
the love,
mhm,
and interestingly, I think this part of my life, this period, this phase I'm in,
mhm,
it's not like I'm a reigning artist.
mhm,
It's not that, but this is a very important highlight of my life.
mhm,
So right now, the fact that Nigerians at home, Nigerians abroad said Jodie wrote a letter and please, Jodie, what's your account number? Please, I want to send this. Some people say I want to send 1K. Some people say I want to send 50,000. 100 from Nigeria. The ones that couldn't reach me, they will send to GoFundMe. The fact that human beings that I had never met before reached out to me to say, we love you.
mhm,
We want you to still thrive.
mhm,
It is very significant to me. It's kind of, not kind of, it's threw away that very cold. I know life is not all rosy,
mhm,
but you can keep, this kind of nobody sends you
mhm.
or that kind of thing. If you keep going along that lane, you might feel that there is nothing positive about life. Yes, you might get to an edge, and it's kind of broke that's I was beginning to feel that way.
Mhm,
You're all alone, nobody sends you, you die alone, this
mhm,
really black, like stark black
mhm,
feeling. Yes, it's true that we human beings are self-centered
mhm,
originally,
mhm,
but it's not all through that way. If everybody who lived before us
mhm,
said, oh, I don't care about everybody, I'll create light and I will hold it and make sure nobody else. If it's all about me, we will not be where we are today. People invent things, people die for things. And it just made me, it kind of revived me, because sometimes living in Nigeria, you'll be like, see, the world go end, or Nigeria not be placed, so that kind of thing. So it kind of gave me a bit of hope.
mhm. That's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I was just going to come to that to say, when you shared your story, when you came out, writing that letter, what was the feeling in that moment, right? When you grabbed your phone to say, listen, I've got to do what I've got to do for myself and my child. What was that feeling? And post doing that, how do you feel now? So 2 questions in one. Prior to that, in the moment when you were typing, what was that feeling?
Actually, the letter wasn't the first thing.
Mm,
There were a series of events. The
mhm,
first, although the letter got the highest attention, initially before the letter, I was feeling angry, like it's, let's say 2 weeks before that letter,
mhm,
I was angry. I'm like, my son is 6 years. I was happy, grateful. I had made it so far. He's 6 years old. How I've been paying the bills, I don't know,
mhm,
but I have been. But something, I was angry all of a sudden, like, you mean if you have a special child now, and you, Jodie, like this, you still have family, you still have 1 or 2 people you can call and say, bros or sis, I beg, help me, you. At least, at all, 9 bad pass. What if you are a market woman or you don't know anybody? At least they say Jodie, they throw it in the street. Someone will say, oh, she did kuchi kuchi. Oh, at least there's something. What if someone who has nothing they can put out? They call the name in the streets of Nigeria. Just throw it out. What of that kind of person that has a child like that? What do you want that kind of person to do? I was just angry. I was angry, and it wasn't about just me. I was angry at the futility of efforts you will make in that situation. You have that child, you have no contacts. What will you do? The child is not supposed to eat normal food. Your salary can never measure up. And when the child is growing, some mothers will send me a message. They've sacked them from work. They don't want you to be bringing that kind of child to work. It's like death sentence. You cannot work, you cannot hustle, but you must be providing for that child. A lot of them are kicked off their homes. Their husbands say, I know do, you're a witch, or something like that. I'm not saying all husbands run away, but I was just angry and like, you know what? Nigeria, they say, oh, I know they say this one. I was angry. I did a video. I'm like, you know what? I'm begging you for Nigerians. I want to sing. And I beg, please make this thing work. Let it trend to support my music. Why? Because I want this pain I'm feeling, I want to at least be able to help a few extra children. I don't want to just carry my pikin, carry passports and run away. Not because I am Jesus Christ, but because the pain was too much. I felt that if I just hustle funds and hustle everything and run away with my son, I feel I'll be abroad and I'll still be angry. That's what I felt at that time. Why? Not because abroad is not good. Abroad, of course, the pictures they paint, but the fact that after all these years of pain, you chat with your friend. Once you say money, they just leave the chat like this. You call someone, they won't pick because they know you want to say money. You don't. Sometimes you are confused. You don't know where the next week, and it's per week, where the next week will come from. Your business is not able to. I even joined a musical band. The person I joined a musical band and they were like, Jodie, why would you go out? You're an artist. Why would you join a musical band? And like, I will join any place I need to just to be getting that rock. Just make sure. And point is, after that, I fell ill because I was falling ill. I will hustle. I will fall sick. I would just like this. So everything was just doing go, 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 go. Eventually, I then fell sick. On the hospital bed, I was like, something just said, so you did that video and you think that's the answer, that will solve all the problems in the world. Oh yeah, with your, when you're not feeling well, how you look. Oh yeah, pick up the phone. I picked up the phone. I showed, and I don't do that. I don't know what was happening to me. I don't like taking pictures when I'm sick and showing people I'm taking drip. I said, I'm taking drip. Nigerians, but at least when I take this drip and injection, I'll be well. But I'm talking about a case where you give the child injection, the child will not turn normal. That is how the child will be. All the money I spend is not for the child to turn normal. It's just for you to manage the situation. Just to manage. So I was angry. So I kept on posting from sick bed, from wherever. I didn't care about my environment, how it looks, if it looked shabby, if I looked shabby. I didn't care anymore. I was like, you know what? Someone must hear.
Yeah,
it was desperation, anger. It was a mix of different kinds of emotions. And I didn't know what would happen, but I don't know. I don't know what will happen. I didn't know what to expect. And it's not like there was a destination. There was no strategic plan of getting the public. No, I didn't know why. I was like, you know what? Call me crazy. This is my reality and I'm not mad. As in, you cannot tell me that you be in this country, you are taking care of this kind of child. You cannot work. If you don't have a nanny, you can't work. As in, it's death sentence. Then, okay, kill me already. Kill me already. It's frustrating. I'm this frustrated and I have a family. What of those that don't have families? it's a death sentence. Just call it. I know everybody has issues, but there are some issues that, you know, you can't even, where do you want to start from? The reason I could even do a few things I was doing was because I have a nanny, a capable one. One of the ones that don't have nannies. It's death sentence. So one day I just, in the midst of all that updates and everything, I just felt, I don't know what came over me. I just knelt down in my room and I typed that letter. It was a long one. It was like I just removed everything. Let me use pidgin. Wait, they inside my belly. Put time for that letter. And I was shocked. It was a relief. And it wasn't just a relief for me. It's for the first time I didn't feel helpless again. For the first time, I realized that it's possible that you could pursue this and you could actually help some children, not just with emotions, your raw emotions now. You could actually get certain people to support other people with this kind of children. You could actually do it. And it became like a kind of, it became my life's purpose all of a sudden. And for the first time, I realized, okay, you're not just singing because you want to blow. You are singing because you need to help special needs children. You need to help the ones you can help. That is why you're singing. And I'm like, for the first time, I'm like, oh, that's a very good reason to sing. For the first time.
That's beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing that. Even hearing you talk, I can feel the passion. And I want to tell you that that thing that you said, I don't know what came over me. You see, when life happens to you, when you're pushed to the edge, you respond to nature. That's the truth. I've been there. And I tell people, listen, if it takes you typing, sharing, my thing is don't overshare, but if it takes you just saying, this is my truth, I need support. And I'm not doing this for me. And that's what you did. You opened up a lot of people to this topic, special needs kids, the stigmatization of mothers. People don't even know what it takes for you guys to raise this amazing, amazing angels. And when I saw your post, I'm like, girl, this takes a lot of bravery. No, for this, in Nigeria, person don't they be star before. If they see that thing, you know, people go and look and say, wait till they do this one now. It's happening, only you. But
no send anybody.
Exactly. And that is why we appreciate you. That's
I want my begin survive first before I'll send them. And they say in Urobo, there's a proverb, woman where a whole Bobby run, you never see wahala.
Yes, so
if you see the whole, see they do like this, cheating.
You see they think That's true. No lies. And, you know, that brings me to a very personal question. It was something that I wrote. It was part of the things that I wrote on my Facebook post as well. Because I know the person you were married to before, and I was angry. I was angry because, you know, this is someone that is well respected in the society. I'm not trying to start controversy, but those were the questions that I was getting inbox. What is this person's contribution? You get what I'm saying? You know, when you are with a no name, quote and unquote, people don't really pay attention, right? It's like people are not to support you. But then when there is a name behind, like, folks want to know, like, what's going on? What's the contribution of this? Why is this lady, why did she have to give up her own career to take care of this child that two people brought into the world? So I don't want you to, I don't want you to say what you don't want to say, but I am sure that a lot of people just also want to understand that whole, you know, situation. How is that going? Do you have support from that angle at all?
It's a very, I don't know why I still don't feel comfortable talking about that till date. But I just want to put it this way. I think maybe if the public can ask him, I don't want to answer for him. This is about me and my son and his special needs children and his special parents that are striving. I don't want to talk for anybody. I used to try to, you know, answer for, but you know, there's no how you answer this question that it's something wouldn't look funny. No. So you know what? I won't answer for him anymore. If he wants to speak out, he should speak out, whatever. Then based on his, whatever he says, anyone will lie, I will talk. But I don't want to speak for anybody. I don't want to damage anybody's name. Neither do I want to cover up anybody. I don't want to say anything. I'm particular about me, my son, and special needs children in Nigeria, because the ones where they Canada and UK, they are getting free governmental support. So I'm about the ones that don't have parents that can afford that. That's what I'm about. So I'm deliberately declining that question with my head up high. I don't want to speak for anybody. If he has an issue, he wants to say something, come out and say it.
To be honest, without you saying anything, you said so much. Because I'm a media girl. So, if this was a print interview, you gave me the headline already without even giving me the headline. Like when you spill something without killing the people. So, and I'm going to say this is live because I don't know who's watching codedly. Please, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to fathers. This is not a shade to at anyone. Please do the needful. I think your story, if you go on my post on Facebook, you would see women sharing their own personal experiences. Why do you brought this child to the world together, guys? Why do you just abandon the child to one person? Like, nobody knows the way a baby is going to turn out. That's one thing people don't even understand. If it turns out this way, then you've got to accept it, and embrace that child. But when you abandon the child, you are part of the problem. Right. So I admire your strength for not trying to, answer directly. But at the same time, I want you to know that this question will always pop up. It's going to follow you for life. Because a Google search of your name, it pops up. So, I also read a part where you talked about you being depressed. And I want you to share at that point when you went through your divorce. How did you help yourself from, that state of depression to who you are right now? Please share with us.
Wow. I know this is not a religious program, but I must say thank God for helping me. Immediately I was brought back to my parents' house. That night I cried. I woke up, go to your room. I woke, don't mind them. I told them to go to that. They don't want to watch, sorry. I woke up as if I didn't cry. I went to my friends. The day happened like then I woke up shockingly like 1 a.m. as if someone hit my chest. Boom! I woke up and started crying. This kind of, I can't explain that cry. I cried and sang this very sorrowful song. If I know the song, somebody said nobody cares. Somebody cares. That's your reality. Somebody cares. That's my reality, at least. Some people care. So I woke up at about 1 a.m. and I just cried this cry, like I sang to it. It was I still remember the song. I wanted to sing it. I wanted to go to this studio and release it. Go to your room now. Close the door. Sorry.
No problem.
I wanted to release it. Even the producer was like, this song is too sorrowful. What kind of song is this? But anyway, move past that. I quickly looked for a job. Not because I needed to distract myself. That's how I approached it. I felt I wasn't ready to deal with the pain I was feeling. So I went to get a 9-to-5 job very far away from my house so that traffic will beat me. And by the time I get home, I'll be too tired to even think. I'll sleep, then wake up early and just get ready. So I was in that cycle for like a year. And as God will have it, God gave me a very special nanny. That's because there are some nannies you'd have, you won't be able to leave your kids. Although we are living in my parents' house. So the fact that my son has a very good nanny, with my parents, at least I'm in the midst of family, even though they may not be able to understand my pain or they may not be able to say the right words. So a lot of times they just give me my space because they may not be able to really relate. They just know that this girl is sad and that's it. There's not much they can do. So I was in that cycle of work, distraction and all that. I was angry most of the time. I was very angry. I used to pray prayers like, God, punish them. God, do this. So one day I was in Abuja, I went on a work assignment and I was praying this prayer. I was walking and it was slopey. I was like, God, they should die. They should something. I just stopped. As if somebody was like, I don't know if I was asking myself. I'm like, okay, now, Jodie, is that what you really want? Do you actually, now calm down. Okay, I understand you're angry and everything, but calm down. Do you actually want them to die? And for the first time, I said no. I realized that that's not what I wanted. I was just angry. I was just living in anger for a very long time. Like I couldn't even assess any other possible emotion. Eventually, I started saying what I wanted. I just want them to understand that they hurt me. I just want them to understand that this, I consider this wrong and unfair. I just want them to understand this. I'm okay, but I wanted them to understand that. That's what I told myself that day. And in a very long time, I've not felt that at ease. Walked to my hotel room. And I guess I started gradually building from there. I don't really remember the bulk of it because most times it was about me hustling, trying to get stuff for my son. Then when Corona came, bills hit, went higher because he's under the care of a naturopathic doctor. So his approach is his food is his medicine. So whatever we give him to eat is what is meant to help him instead of getting drugs such as epilim and all that. Not that they are bad, but even making a decision to choose what kind of managerial care was a struggle because I was confused. I don't know, God, would this be better for him? It's not like there's a cure, but would he have it easier as a child? Would he feel less pain? Would he feel less trauma? So those were the questions. And if I continue with this normal drugs, would it be easier? Or if I go this naturopathic part, would it be better? And so that too I even wrote there's a post on my page. Go to your rooms, please. There's a post on my page that it's a WhatsApp post. I knelt down, I wrote that post. It was to myself. I was trying to tell myself what I felt. So I was like, the pain is not sometimes about your child cannot walk, cannot talk. Sometimes the pain is you've gone past that. Sometimes the pain is the possibility that you as a parent could make a decision that may make your child's life less happy. The possibility that your decision could do that, and the child will be unable to tell you it was beating me. But you still have to make a decision. We are not even talking about the money you will find for that money is now secondary at that point, although you keep meeting the money issue recurrently. But at that point, I'm like, so do I choose naturopathic care? Do I choose this one? Because each is like different football clubs. This one will say that one is not good. That one will say this one is not good. This one, people will come and say that one, they did better. You know, you just have to make a decision. Eventually, I chose the naturopathic care. And sometimes I still doubt myself. Like, if say we don't follow this other one, maybe if we don't, they work out. You don't know. Or if he followed this other, we've been here for so long, he never started the worker. But you will not look odd. Daddy, I'm having an interview. Sorry. You will now look at some children that have stayed in the normal care. Some got over it, not because the care was better, but because maybe the brain damage was less. So you just have to keep on keeping on. Some children, even on the normal drugs and medication, they died. Like my son, when he was still in a particular school, the classmates, she always smiles and everything, and my son wasn't smiling then. Like, my son, Chinua doesn't smile. This girl, the next week, she died. She died in her mother's arm. And she's taking normal medication. Some will die. Some will get worse. Some will get better. And you never really know. You just have to just keep on keeping on. So the challenge sometimes was am I on the right path? Okay, should I? And you have to keep on. You can't keep jumping from one care to the other. You just have to stay. So I stayed with the naturopathic care, and sometimes I doubt, sometimes I'm like, no, we are fine, because you never really know. And it's just like that. Sorry, I've forgotten it. The question.
No, no,
I just
you're on track, and I hear you. I know the emotions that is, coming out of your soul right now, and that takes me to the next question. Has a special needs mom, right? What is your routine like? How have you been able to create work-life balance so that while you're raising your angel, you also have your life, right? And you're able to, how have you been able to create a work-life balance for yourself?
I don't have the right to teach that. Why? Because remember, I told you I have a capable nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, please go to the room, please.
Maybe the one show for camera.
Oh yeah, come on. No, don't show go about. All right. Now, I don't have such expertise. The reason being, I have a nanny. It's not like I'm juggling. I'm the one looking after him directly. I'm the one. No, I have a nanny.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody has a nanny. At the end of the day, the way I answer that question, because I know you're asking that question on behalf of mothers who are trying to grasp how they can juggle it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that the reason?
No, I'm asking you, right? Personally, Jodie. You
asking,
yeah.
Okay, me. I chose my path. I have a nanny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm satisfied with her services.
Mm-hmm.
My nanny, I had to get an assistant. Yes. My nanny has a kid, a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her assistant has 3 kids. So those little kids, they play with him a lot. So that gives me relief that, okay, he has normal kids interacting with him at least. Then I focus on my hustle. My own focus is get money and ensure you stabilize financially so that you will never have issues keeping up with his therapy,
Mm-hmm.
keeping up with her salary,
Mm-hmm.
keeping up with taking care of yourself, keeping up with your health bills, because I eventually started falling ill. Even right now, I'm just recuperating. I've been ill and in and out of the hospital. So I had to, so whatever is my own strategy is, Jodie, you have to calm down and make sure you establish your musical career, your business, and ensure that you never have to get on red again because your son's bills are consistent. I was speaking to someone. I realized the truth is it's something that most special parents don't like to talk about. But I talk about it not because I'm a heartless person, but because these are possible realities. And not because I'm a faithless person, but because I said, they are possible realities. The truth is, even if something opened from the sky and said, you know what, Chinua is not going to be with you for only 5 more years. As sad as that sounds, my position is ensure that every week he has his rights. It's not about life length now. It's about the quality of his life. Is he having a qualitative life, no matter how short or long? So what I'm trying to do, how I'm coping is sometimes something gives sometimes when I'm focusing on the hustle. Some things will have to give, but I remind myself, it is better for you to hustle, get his money, get everything right. If no matter how tough it is, you need to keep doing that to ensure so that he has an easier life. If you look at him very well, if not that his head size is a bit small, you see my son is a very fresh kid. That's the least I can do. That's the least. And that's what I focus on. That's how I console myself, that he has an easier life than if I just give him just anything. I want to ensure, no matter how uncertain the case is, because they say it's a rare brain syndrome. It's not just CP, listen carefully, that's smooth brain, it's rare and blah, blah, blah. Yes, fine. No matter what it is, I console myself and I tell myself, we are all not going to be here forever. So even if yeah, we are all going to leave someday. So it's not about how long or short, it's about the quality of life. So that's what I focus on. And I also try to take care of myself in between and rest. That's what I do.
That's good. So, if you don't mind me asking, if someone sort of like come to you right now to say, Jodie, your musical career, what is your plan? Do you want to go back fully into music? The Kuchi Kuchi star, should we be expecting that person to reemerge, right? Should we expect music from you? Because the truth is, after you shared your story, the anticipation is high. Now, even young folks who didn't know about your music, you know, they know about your music and people want to hear more from you. So my question to you is, what's the plan, your music career?
I've already said it. The contributions, thank you, Nigerians. The contributions even gave me ability to go back to the studio. And I've been to the studio a couple of times. I've been slow a bit because of my health, but I can't stop singing. In fact, the whole course and everything, music powers a lot of these courses. Music, yes. And I've done, I did a Kuchi remix, Kuchi Kuchi remix on, that's for special kids. And I did a theme song, Special Mothers. And what I plan doing is releasing more materials. And, you know, music is like politics. There's a part you can play that is you releasing your material, and there is a part that you may not be able to play. There's an extent you might not be able to go beyond because it's expensive promoting music. It can be expensive. Yeah, you can. Sometimes it's just, you might just hit a stroke of luck and it goes viral. And when it goes viral, great. But sometimes you need to push it. But I don't know. But what I'm doing is just releasing quality materials and putting it out there. I've not started putting out these materials, but we are close to one of them being released because I put out a coming soon for Kuchi Kuchi remix. But that's what I'm doing. I'm about releasing quality, good music, even if I don't become like a super artist again, because the times, it evolves. It evolves. Now we are talking, there was a time we're talking, what was it? There are generations. Right now, there are some musicians I cannot even name. Okay, I will know, okay, Naira Marley, because it's really popular. But like 10 years ago, you won't hear of Naira Marley, you know, even among the female. So I do not know if, and this is me being frank, I don't know if I'd be able to pop as loud as these musicians. But that is, hello, go to your room, please. Take them to the room. I may not be able to pop, talking about being as famous, as popular as these musicians, but the era we are, if you are able to, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Hello, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I may not be able to measure up in terms of popularity, but the era we are in right now, there is always a market for your music. And if you can do your distribution right, you will be earning your cool cash quietly. Some people are not going to be performance artists, but they keep earning their money through the right distribution channel. So what I'm doing right now is working on my quality of music, because I don't know if everybody wants to listen to calm kind of music. Some people might not just be that kind, the fan, but there are people who like that. So I'm working on the quality of my music, the quality of my voice, and the quality of my lyrics. These are my strong points. I don't have the power to shake my booty, because I am not, it's just what it is. Sex appeal, sex sells, that's the truth in entertainment industry. I may not have that shape, but if I have a selling point, which for me, my voice, my ability to string words in a way that is sellable and in a way that is appreciable. But as in, there are certain selling points I have, and that's what I'm working on. I'm not working necessarily at competing bluntly with
the new,
the
new guys on the block.
I'm working on. You said?
I said the new guys on the block. The new
no, I'm not working on competing with them. I'm working on my selling points, and I know I have markets. My own people who would like to hear my style would yeah.
Amazing.
That's it.
Is there any artists, male or female, that you would love to partner with? Just sort of a collaboration. Anyone out there at all that you would love to partner with?
I have not consciously thought about this. Why? I thought about it weeks back, and I threw certain mails to a couple of them. But I realized that go to your room now. Go back. I realized that I was reaching out to these artists because of their popularity, not because I want to partner with them. So I'm still in. It's two things. Are you partnering because you love their style, or are you partnering because you want to catch on with their fame? So I stepped back, and I'm like, okay, really, to be sincere, do you want to partner? Because and a lot of these artists, they have their management team, they're busy, they may not even see your emails and blah blah blah. So I just stepped back and I'm like, you know what? For now, just focus on yourself. Focus on your go to your room now. Focus on yourself. Focus on your style and everything. And the people who will appreciate you and want to work with you, they likely would reach out to you. And that's my strategy. Because if you want to chase the huge and rainy, you might never get the attention. But so that I decided to focus on myself and my works, and hopefully I'll be able to get some really nice collaborations, because yeah, it's gonna be a plus.
Yes, absolutely. And I must tell you something that I love about you. And I think because I'm a writer as well, you are self-aware. You see, people who are self-aware, they're not perfect, but it means that you already know the answer before you even go after it. Like, this is what I should expect. You're not expecting too much from the world. And if people have that mindset of not expecting so much from every other person, like you live a life of ease, because you're not expecting a yes all the time. Because the truth is, you cannot get yes from people all the time. You are not jollof rice. So people reject jollof rice at parties. So I hear you. I mean, you said that over and over again. You would speak for yourself, and immediately you're saying, listen, this is where I'm at. I know these are the possibilities, but I'm still going to focus on me. I believe in myself. I believe in my talent. I believe in what I bring to the table, and I have my audience. And I know that everyone right now listening to you, we can all hear you, and we are rooting for you. We can't wait to, hear your new music and help you spread the word. I also hear you on the marketing part. I know how that works. I partly managed Japan for a while, many years ago. So to an extent, I was also part of, big events planning in Lagos. So I know how it works. I know how we build the hierarchy when we're listing out artists. I know the top tiers. I know when we reduce the money for other people, and I'm feeling bad. Like, why you will pay this one 1 million, we'll pay this one 100K. But that person will collect the 100K now, like million to RAM, because you even put them on that platform alone, it don't do okay. Right? So I hear you, I understand, I love your humility, and I love the fact that you are aware of who you are. You know your worth. You understand that life just happened, but that doesn't mean you should go down. So thank you for that, because this is not just an interview to hear you, but to also understand the person behind the face. And I want to say that I'm very proud of you and how far you've come. So, and that leads me to the next question. Of course, going back to the main topic on advocacy for special needs kids, what do you think the government should do? What should they put in place? You've said a lot, and I feel like we don't have enough support in Nigeria for mothers. So what do you think the government should do?
When I think about, I've thought of this over and over again. And sometimes I feel paralyzed when I think of it, because if in fact, if the healthcare system in Nigeria, for starters, is sorted, it will largely assist special parents, because yes, well, right now we don't have healthcare, as in, and it's scary. So if the government can sort the healthcare system, for starters, that would ease off a lot of burden. Because if you go to the hospital now for physio, for example, you're going to spend a whole day. There are few hands, and you so for healthcare first, and that's a Nigerian problem. So it feels overwhelming, but I don't want to focus on the problem. I want to focus on taking one stone off at a time. And let me explain what I mean. A few weeks back, I went to Super Parents Foundation opening, and there were many in Ogba. It was just a one-day free therapy and blah, blah, blah. And it was very, as in, it's free, but you can see so many parents there. Some will stay there till evening, and it's just a one-day thing. And this thing we are talking about is not a one-day thing. It's something that's supposed to be a lifestyle for the child. The school they will be in, they will have physio. So what I'm thinking of, although due to my health, I had to slow down. What I'm thinking of is helping like in a community at a time. Like pick, for example, if I go to Ajegunle now, I pick 5 special kids in that region, liaise with a school in that region, liaise with physiotherapists in that region, liaise with people, occupational therapists in that region, relate just for those 5 kids. I've been thinking about it now. Liaise with them, group them in that school, and ensure they get the right care. Why is it regional? Because I won't be thinking of a parent in Nigeria won't be thinking of taking their child to Lekki. They'll be thinking of transport and all. So the idea, that's why I keep saying my dream. I know it's a very big one. It's a dream that's be like saying a Superman supposed to come. It's a kind of dream that looks like you should, as in, if you want to look at what do I know? If you want to look at, go to your room now, please. Now, if you want to look at okay, let me go back to what I'm saying. Now, the dream is to ensure that every state in Nigeria has care facilities. Take them to the room. Care facilities scattered everywhere in Nigeria, in states, every corner. Just like you have kiosks in every corner. Care facilities. Nothing so elaborate. What are these care facilities? They have physiotherapists. They have occupational therapists. And perhaps they will be stationed in the schools, and that's where they work. And the children go to school like every normal person, and they have the care of those. If I can do that for 10 or 50 kids, special kids, they have that for the rest of their lives. I've done something, and I hope people catch the fire. The idea is that program I went for, if we can replicate it, but make it in smaller chunks of people, so that they don't have to wait all day, and in smaller, in regions close to their houses.
Oh, the network doing its thing again. Hi, Jodie. Hi, can you hear me? Yes.
All right, if we can do that in small chunks, small pockets, I believe we'll be able to get something that would help some people. Now, the government now, is a large matter. We have not talked about healthcare. We've not talked about the roads. Moving around is not easy. The roads, the gullies, the traffic, a lot. Then we are talking the accessibility even if you get your child a CP wheelchair, the road, a lot of things. It's large. So that is why sometimes I don't want to talk about government. I'm just hoping that things actually get better, because when I start talking about the challenges that an average Nigerian has, I get overwhelmed, because we are talking about they should even sort out the basic challenges first, so that we even get the special parents will get a drop of respite. But our own plenty. We need good roads for our wheelchair, because we can't keep backing heavy babies on the back. It will make life easier. We need good roads. We need hospitals that work. We need we need actual staff that know what they are doing. Then before we now start talking about, we need free medication for those who are doing. So you can see it's large. So I for starters, I'll just say, government, I beg, we could just do the right thing first for every Nigerian.
Thank you so much.
For every Nigerian, then we can start from there.
Absolutely. I mean, speaking of super parent, right? I know the founder, that's Felicia Liasu's organization.
Yes.
She's a friend. And, you know, they're doing amazingly well for special needs kids. But they, you know, could do with a lot of support as well. And I wish you well with your own vision. And Nigeria fit for street person. You know, you go to take a vision like this, you just wake up, medicine just happen, bang. But for anything to happen, that money go day. You know, and this government, you know, they, like you said, even the basic thing, people never get on. We will want to listen to, but never say never. That is still it, because you know, while you're saying it, you know, you're speaking it into existence, there could be a funder, a donor somewhere, anywhere in the world, who is also thinking, okay, this is what I want to use this money for, but I need to know that this money is going to be utilized, you know, appropriately, because that's another problem I want you to know. Sometimes there are people who want to fund these projects, but because of mismanagement of past projects that they've heard about, so it's hard. Some persons could afford to pay a physiotherapist for 1 year, do all of that, right? So what I'm also going to say is that let's hope that we also get the right people involved in projects when these projects come to fall. And the problem we have in Nigeria is also management. First 2 years, everything they go. Now, this train thing, I was telling my friends, I said, this train thing, they look at more. It is the streets now. 10 years from now, they feel about that project. Nobody will talk about them again. Another 20 years, we are there, right? So I wish you all the best with that. And because there are a lot of CP moms on the show tonight, I need you to just say, you know, some words of encouragement to them. Tell them something encouraging using your own experience and how you've been able to pull through to encourage them.
All right. Hello, CP moms, special needs mom, because CP is just one of it.
Yeah.
I want you to know that you are a super mother. You are doing well. I want you to hold on. Don't stop. Even if you don't know how you will continue, just keep doing it. Keep showing up. There were days when I didn't know what else to do. I would lie down on the ground and cry. When I cry, I will stand up again and make a call. So cry, pray, and make a call. Just try again and again. Just keep trying. I don't know. Don't give up. No matter what, don't give up. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't stop.
Don't give up and don't stop. Powerful words right there. And from me to you, I want to tell you, please, Jodie, do not stop as well. Please do not get discouraged. I know it is tough. Keep going. Milk every media opportunity you have right now to push yourself out there. That's, you know, what I'm going to tell you, because the truth is I was watching Afrobeats, the backstory, and I want to encourage you to watch it as well on Netflix by Ayo Shonaya. And it made me realize that there are so many OGs like you that people, I mean, speaking of remedies, like the movie gave me, I had goosebumps like all over. I said, my God, they don't make music like this anymore, right? But I believe that God has given you a second shot at your career. And I just want to encourage you, sister to sister, whatever you have to do to put yourself out there in your capacity, do it. God has proven something to you that when you speak up, people are going to rise up for you. So please tap into that grace. We are here for you. We are here for you. We want you to succeed. And you're saying something that I'm like, all those people. See, there are some of us that we prefer you people OGs. Me, I do. I listen to the new music, but I prefer the OGs, right? So thank you very much for your time today, Jodie. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
From my team, because you said I should tell you, you have the support for Women of Rubies. So whether your music or whatever you do, You have our support. We have over 100,000 women in our community on Facebook. So be rest assured that when you release your music, we're going to help you share and, you know, give you the right support. Oh my God, the network went bad before we could end the show, but hi, Jodie. So yes, so I was just saying thank you and to let you know that you have our support from my organization. And that's, you know, anytime you drop your music, please send it to me. The women on my page on Facebook, they're rooting for you. They might not all be here today, but believe me, when I post your story on my page, over 100,000 women, they're rooting for you. They are there in the comments saying they cannot wait to see you. So there are things that you don't even know that is going on because you have so much going on. It's hard for you to keep track. So I am telling you, as a media girl, that there are people out there who are just waiting. They just want to see you succeed. So thank you once again for your time today. My love to your angel, my love to him. God bless him. God bless you. And I want to say thank you to your family.
Yes. So
I wrote it on my post. You mentioned them, and please keep acknowledging the support. And I always tell people, when you have a family that cares about you, friends that don't joke with you, people who remember your special days, who are there for you when you need them, hold them tight. Hold them tight. We don't have so many real people in the world again. So God bless you, family, Jodie's family. God bless you all. Thank you for keeping her strong. And to everybody who joined tonight, CP moms, because I promised them 10K each for 2 CP moms. Special needs mom generally. So that's from my organization. We have 10K for 2 of them. So if you join tonight, please just send the screenshot like I told you guys. And, you know, the team is going to credit you on behalf of my team. It's just to give back to you guys. So, Jodie, thank you once again.
Thank you, too. Thank you. Thank you. It was really refreshing. I appreciate. Have a good night.
Have a good night, too. My love to everyone in your family.